pleased to welcome you all to the Shea Theater tonight. I'd say that I'm so happy to see you, but there's stage lights in my face and I can't actually see you, so I won't say that. This show is the product of my senior capstone project, where I've been studying Shakespearean adaptations in theater and popular culture. If you're interested in knowing more, my 15-page research paper is available upon request. I will be wildly grateful forever and ever to my mentor and co-conspirator in this project, Leah Plath, my amazing co-director. I do not know what I would do without her. She's absolutely amazing. The last time Florida performed in the Shea Theater was in March of 2020, before the world turned upside down. And after our adventure and outdoor productions, we are really pleased to be able to provide you with a roof and central heating for this production. And among those reasons for performing indoors, there are restrooms located downstairs in the main lobby, though some of them are closed for construction. There's also an accessible restroom available on the main floor. All of the restrooms are gender neutral regardless of what the signs say, I promise. This show runs about 2 hours, a little bit less. There's going to be a 15-minute intermission in the middle. There is concessions available in the lobby by donation, and all of the money goes to benefit this and future Forever shows. We just ask that you please don't bring any food or drink into the theater with you. A few other notes, please make sure your cell phones are silenced. I know a few of my classmates are here tonight. Gen Z, let's not give Gen Z the description of not having silenced phones off. I'd also ask that there's please no flash photography, and in the event of fire, flood, or any other misfortune that is yet to befall the Forever's community, there are emergency exits located in the front and rear of the auditorium. There are so many people that we'd love to thank for making this show possible, but in the interest of getting our amazing actors out here to perform for you tonight, I'll just direct you to the program to find a specific list of people we'd like to thank, as well as scene summaries if you need help following along with the Shakespearean Mad Hat madness. These guys have worked so hard, we're so proud, they're so proud, and we hope that you're proud as well. So without further ado, the Forever's Drama Club proudly presents 12th Night.
What curio?
The heart?
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a heart, and my desires like fell and cruel hounds ever since pursue me. Oh, how now, what news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall behold her face at ample view. But like a cloistress she did walk, and water once a day her chamber round, with eye-offending brine, all the seasons of brother's dead love, which she will keep long and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love unto a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied, and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king. Away before me to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopies devour.
Friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailors?
It is perchance that you yourself are saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam. To comfort you with chance, assure yourself. After our ship had split, when you and this poor number safe like you hung on a driving boat, I saw your brother in his provident peril bind himself to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, and like Orion enveloped him back, I saw him multi-queened with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, whereto thy speech serves for authority, the like of me. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, for I was born and bred in a 3 hours travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so, very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then with fresh murmur, as you know, what great ones do the lesser prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, leaving her the protection of his son. Her brother shortly also died.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
Thou were hard to compass. She will mean no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a servant to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my lip.
Be you his servant, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take her brother's death thus? I'm sure cares an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come at earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours. You must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes be good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And if they be not, let them hang themselves by their own straps.
Such quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And a foolish knight who ran in one night here to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
Why, he's as tall as any man in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
He has 3,000 ducats per year.
I but will have but a year and all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fine that you'll say so. He speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word without a book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler, but he hath the gift of a power to allay the gust he hath in quarreling. 'Tis thou among the prudent he would most quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they are scoundrels and substructures that say so. Who are they?
They that I know ever, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. Why, I'll drink to her, as long as there's passage in my throat, and drink in Illyria. Now cast down a vogue, for here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Bell. How now, Sir Toby Bell?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Ah, good Mistress Accost, that desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Mistress Mary Accost?
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is this the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
If thou let part so, thou might never draw sword again.
And you part so, mistress, I would I might never draw sword again. Sweet lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
O knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see canary put me down. Sometimes I think I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man does. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I do believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4 to 1 she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count, and she'll not marry above her degree in estate, nor wit, nor years. Tut, there's life in it, man.
Oh, I'll stay a month longer. I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshaws this night?
As good as any man in Illyria, whatsoever he may be, under the degree of my betters, and yet I will not compare with an old man.
Wherefore are these things hid? Why you not walk to church in a galliard and come home in a coronto? My very walk should be a jig. I should not do so much as make water without a syncopace.
Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Let me see thee caper. Yes! There's a ha! Yes!
They do continue these favors towards you, Cesario. You're like to be much advanced. He offered you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Cesario, I hope.
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gain unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow until thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as that spoke, she never will admit
Be
me.
clamorous and leave all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord, what then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth rather than in the nuncio's more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. For they shall yet belie the happy years that say thou loved man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all the semblance of a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right out for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and you shall live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet of barnful strife, whoe'er I woo myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good, that they be bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is nothing as good as a hanging to you?
Well, many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for turning away, let summer bear it out.
But peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you are best.
Wit, and it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, when I'm sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise one. For what says Quinapolus? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the
take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest one mend himself. If they mend, they are no longer dishonest. If they cannot, let the botcher mend them. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that this simple syllogism will serve, so. If not, what remedy? As there is no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty's a flower. The lady bade take away the fool. Therefore, I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bid him take away you.
Misprision in the highest degree, Madonna. I wear not hotly in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Well, sir, who wants another idleness? I'll guide you through.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take the fool away, fellows.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth she not mend?
Yes, and shall do to the pains of death shake them. Infirmity, that decays the wise, doth ever make the better fool.
God send you thus a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
What say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw them go down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, they're out of their god already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to them, they are gagged. I protest. I take these wise men that crow so, at least that kind of fools, no better than the fools' zanes.
For you are sick with self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a discomfort appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of a free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts and beauty and cannon bugs. There is no slander in a loud fool, but she do nothing but rail, nor no vanity in no discreet man, but he do nothing but reproach.
Now Mercury and duty pleasing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. He is a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people will him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman?
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. By my honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousins?
A gentleman! A gentleman is here!
Gentlemen? What gentleman?
A gentleman is here! A plate with a pickled herring! Sot! How now, Sot? Good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this letter?
Lechery? I defy lechery! Why, there's one at the gate now.
I, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil if he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What is a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a madman, and a fool. One draught of a heat makes him a fool, a second commands him, and the third drowns him.
Then go thou and seek the crown here, and let him sit on my cuz, for he's in 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the mad one.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have more knowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and beat us the porter to a bench. But he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak to you. Will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. Like a squash before it is a peas cod, or a codling that is almost an apple. It is with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favored, speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk is scarce out of him.
Call him my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Bring me my veil. Come, throw it over my face. We will once more hear Orsino's embassy. The Honorable
the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I will answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty, I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I will be loath to cast away my speech, for beside that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself, for what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is for my permission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and it is poetical.
It's more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of room with me to make one so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good Swabber, I am to hold here a little longer. I am a messenger.
Surely you have some hideous matter to deliver from the courtiers here that is so fearful. Speak your orders.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of pieces, madam.
Yet you begin rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhood. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I've read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate my face? Now, out of your text, we will draw the curtain and show the picture. Look you, sir, such a one of us is present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all. 'Tis beauty truly blent, 'tis red and white, nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive. If you lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I'll give up divers schedules of my beauty. Shall be inventoried, every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item, 2 lips in different red, item, 2 gray eyes with this nose, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil you are there, my lord and master loves you.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. It is supposed virtuous, noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, learned and valiant, and in dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He may have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of May. Holly your name through reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, "Oh, Livia, oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me."
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my estate is well. I am a gentleman.
Give you to your lord. I cannot love him. Now send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again. Takes it. Fairly well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this week.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love makes his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my city as well. I'm a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, face, limbs, actions, and spirits do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. But if the master were the man, how now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth creep in at mine eye. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Went after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I or not, tell him on none of it. Desiring not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him with hopes, I am not from him. And if the youth were to come this way again tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hide thee, my lord.
Yes, madam.
I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flattery for my mind. Fate shall I force ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave you your leave that I may bear my evils alone, for a bad recompense for your love to my any of them on you.
But know of you whither you are bound?
Oh, smooth, sir. My determined voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messalime whom I know you've heard of. He left behind him myself and his sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, we would have so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said much resembled me, was of yet many accounted beautiful. And though I could not with such estimable wonder overfar believe that, yet thus I will boldly publish here. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water. Though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Forgive me your trouble, Antonio.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare you well at once. My bosom is so filled with kindness, and yet I am so near the manor of my mother that upon the least occasion more, my eyes will fulfill to me. I am out of Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else I would very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
We're not even now with the Countess Olivia.
Even now, yes, at a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir, when I have saved my pains to have taken away yourself. She adds, moreover, to put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one more thing, that you never be so hard to come again in your lord's affairs unless it be to report his taking of this. Receive it, sir.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth looking for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it fair that find it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid, my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none. I am the man, if it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. How will dispatch? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fawn as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love, as I am woman. Now, alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Now to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, and thou knowest.
Nay, by my troth, I know not. But I do know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is to go to bed early. So that to be up after midnight is to be up betimes. Does not our lives consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say, but rather I think it consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Therefore let us eat and drink. Marry a soup of wine.
Oh, here's the fool, eh?
How now, my hearts?
Here's a sixpence for you. Let us have a song.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
I care not for good life.
I see no need to take me home. I'm old enough to face the dawn. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just on my cheek before you leave.
If my lady in red collar, her stuma volio, and bid them to turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Just call me angel of the morning.
My masters! Are you mad? Or what are you? Having no wit, manners, or honesty with government like king does this time of night? Having no respect for place, persons, or time of you?
We did keep time in our catches. Snack up!
Miss Master Toby. My lady bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing aligned to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Just call me angel of the morning.
Is it so?
Just touch my cheek before you leave.
Art thou any more than a stew? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by St. Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go rub thy chain in crumbs. A soup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor any more than contempt, you will not give means to this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
Twere good indeed as to drink when a man's hungry, to challenge in the field and break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do so. Write me a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the council stay with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For the great Malvolio, let me alone with them. If I do not gull them into a neighbor and make them a common recreation, do not think I have enough wit to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us. Tell us something of them.
Marry, sir, sometimes they are kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat them like a dog.
For what? Being a Puritan? The exquisite reason, dear knight.
Oh, I have no exquisite reason for it, but I've reason good enough.
The devil, a Puritan that they are. Or anything constantly but a time pleaser. An affectionate ass that can't stay without book and utters it by great swaths. The best persuaded of himself. So crammed as they think with excellencies, that is the grounds of faith that all that look on them love them. And on that vice and them my revenge finds notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in their way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of their beard, the shape of their leg, the manner of their gait, the expression of their eyes, forehead, and complexion, they will find themselves most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady or niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell an advice.
I have it in my nose, too.
They shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they are from my niece, and that she is in love with them.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse would soon make them an ass.
As I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physical work with them. I will plant you two and let the fool make a third, where they shall find the letter, observe their construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Before me, she's a good wench.
I, an beagle true bred, and one that adores me. What of it?
I was adored once, too.
Come, knight, let's to bed. Thou hast need to send more money in the morning.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am in a foul way out.
Come then, send for more money. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, although it burns him sick. 'Tis too late to bed now. Come then, come then.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Cesario, that piece of song, that old and antique song we had last night, I thought it did relieve my passion much more than the light airs and recollected turns of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come but one verse.
She is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste the jester, my lord, a fool that the lady Olivia's father was much delighted. She is without the house.
Seek her out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions of save the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is thrown.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves. Hath it not looked? What kind of woman is it?
Of pure complexion,
She's not worth me then. What years of age?
about your years, my lord.
Too old! By heaven, let still the woman take an elder than herself. So were she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. Her boy, however, we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost in war than wins are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, for thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so to die, and to perfection grow.
Old lady, come, that song we had, Margaret Cesario, is old and lame, the spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the three maids that weave their thread with bones used to chant it. It's silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee sing.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
There's for thy pains?
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god that kept thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable tacta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything, and their intent everywhere. For that's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
The dollar rescue place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her I hold as giddily as fortune. The which is the miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
If she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so answered.
sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big, told so much. They like retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion to the liver but the palate that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know
What dost thou know?
too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with the green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister for love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. And yet I know not. Sir, shall I take this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say my love can give no place, buy no delay.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know they brought me out of faith with my lady about a fair reading here.
Here comes the little villain.
You're 12 feet into the bog street. Malvolio's coming down this walk. They have been yonder at the sun, practicing behavior around the shadow this half hour. Observe them, for the love of mockery, for I know this level will be the comfort of 8 of them. Hold, in the name of jesting. Wait. Here it is. Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I've heard her come thus near that should she fancy, it would be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with more exalted respect than she does anyone else who follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue!
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of them. How they jet under their advanced plumes.
Slight, I could so beat the road.
Peace, I say!
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue!
Pistol them, pistol them.
Peace, peace!
There is example for it. The lady of Starchy did marry the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Ah, fire on them, Jezebel.
Oh, peace. Now they're deeply in. Look how imagination blows them.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone would have hit them in the eye!
calling my officers about me in my branching velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping,
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace.
and to have the humor of state. And after a demure traveler god, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, and to ask for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Oh, peace, peace, peace.
I
Now.
extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And is Toby not taking for a blow the lips then?
Say, Cousin Toby! You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Nay, patience, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste a treasure of time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
Oh, I knew 'twas I, for many do call me fool.
What's the one over here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus she makes her great P's. This in contempt of question her hand.
C's, her U's, her T's, why that?
To the unknown beloved, this in my good wishes her very phrases. By your leave, wax, soft, and the impression of her Lucrece, which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady's hand. To whom should this be?
This wins them, liver and all.
Jove knows I love but who. Lips do not move, no one must know. No one must know what follows. The number's altered. No one must know if this should be thee, Malvolio.
Mary, hang me, brother.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife. With bloodless stroke my heart doth gore, MOAI doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
MOAI. Nay, but first let me see. Let me see, let me see.
What did you poison as she dressed them?
And with what wing the Daniel checks at it?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her, she is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity, but in the end, what could that alphabetical proposition portend if I could make that resemble something in me softly MOAI?
Oh, I. They've now had a cold scent.
Cyber will cry upon it for all this, though it be as rank as a fox.
M. Malvolio M. Why, that begins my name.
Did it not say they would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
M. But there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
I'll cudgel them and make them cry. Oh.
And I comes behind.
Aye, and you it in the eye behind you. You might see more detractions at your heels than fortunes before you.
MOAI. This simulation is not as the former, yet to crush this a little it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this falls into thy hand revolve, in my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and thy spirit embrace them. And to inure to thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of the state. Put thyself in the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee who sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a stew still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. The daylight of champion discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read polygons. I will baffle Zerkobi, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my little stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love. And with a kind of injunction that drives me these habits of her liking, I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness going on. Jove and my stars be praised! Here is yet the postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smile becomes to thee well, therefore in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
I will not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry from her, but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Here comes my noble bowcatcher.
Why, thou hast put them in such a dream that when the image of it leaves them, they must run must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon them?
Like aquavitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark their first approach before my lady. They will come to her in yellow stockings, into the color she abhors, and cross-gartered a fashion she detests, and they will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot return them into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
Save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy table?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayst say, the king lies by a beggar, if the beggar dwell near him, or the church stands by thy tabor, if thy tabor stands by the church.
You have said, sir, to see this age, a sentence is but a sharper glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned at word.
Nay, that's certain. They that deal nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had no need, sir.
Why though?
Why, sir, her name's a word, and to tally with that word might make my sister wanton. But indeed, words are very rascals since bonds disgraced them.
Thy reason, fool?
Drunk, sir, I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false I am loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow, and cares for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something. But in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, I would it would make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And fools are as like husbands as pilchers are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Who are you, sir? This walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I should be sorry, sir. But the fool should be as often with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, now pass upon me all no more with thee. Hold. There's expenses for thee.
Now Job in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
And my troth, I'll tell thee, I am almost sick for one. Though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady thin?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, good. Kept together, fit for use.
My lady is within. I will consider them whence you come, who you are, and what you would are out of my welcome. I might say element, but the word grows overworn.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
You forgot, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, what is serviteur?
I hope, sir, you are, and I'm yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece desires you should enter, if your trade be with her.
I will enter you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, heaven's reign orders on you.
That you, sir, courtier, reign odors well.
My matter hath no voice, lady, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed. I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave into my care. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never married woman since lonely fame was called compliment. Your servant's in Count Orsino, you.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you. I bid you never speak again of him. But, were you to undertake another suit, I would rather hear you solicit that than music from spheres.
Dear lady,
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So that I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful kind, to know none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake, and rated it with all the unblessed thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of receiving, enough is shown. A side breast, not a bosom, hides my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not agrees, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, my youth, I will not have you. And yet when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap proper man. There lies your way. Do rest.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. Feel nothing, madam, to my lord by me.
Stay, I really tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
And think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by roses of the spring, by maiden honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that maugre all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this cause, for that I will that therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus with reason better. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam, never more will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Then come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart which now abhors, to like his love.
No, Faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear one, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see you a while, little boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jest, fire anew from the mint. You should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hands, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it by some lawful attempt, either of valor or policy.
And it be anyway, it must be with valor, for policy, I hate.
Why? Then build me thy fortune upon the basis of valor. Challenge me to Count's youth. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece will take note of this, and you will find that there is no love broker in the world that can prevail more in a man's commendation of women than a report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. Be cursive and brief, and let it be weird, so long as it be full of eloquence and invention. Taunt him with the license of ink.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call it the cubicle. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I've been strong to him, lad. Some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it?
Never trust me then. And by all means, stir on the youth for an answer. And ask for Sir Andrew Aguecheek. If you were to cut open his liver and find so much blood as will clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look from here, the youngest friend of mine comes.
If you desire the spleen, and will laugh yourselves into stitches, follow me. Yond Gull Malvolio is turned to heathen, but very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. Then are in yellow stockings.
And cross-garter?
Most villainously, like a pendant to keep the school out of the church. They do obey every point in the letter that I got to betray them. They do smile their face and immortalize it to the new map of the augmentation of the Indies. You have not seen such a thing as this.
Then bring us where they are.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I do not stay behind you, my desire more sharp than filed steel that spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage. Jealousy what might befall your capital, being skilless in these parts, to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, but rather by these arguments of fear I set forth in your pursuits.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off in such uncurrent pay. But were my worth, as is my conscience firm, you should find those lines. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Let's first go see to your lodgings.
I'm not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight gainst the Count, his galleys I did some service, of such note indeed that were I to aim here, it would scarce be answered.
You like you slew a great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature. A bit quality of time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk to a little bit.
It doth not leave hold to. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs of the Elephant is best lodged. I will bespeak our diet, whiles you beguile the time, and feed your knowledge with dealing with the town.
Where shall you have me? Why are your purse?
Happily your eyes shall light upon some toy you have desire to purchase. And your store, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer then, and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant?
I do remember.
I've sent after him. He says he'll come. What shall I feast him? What bestow of him? Because he hath bought more oft than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? Their sand and silver suit well for service. Where's Malvolio?
They are coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. They are sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Do they rave?
No, madam, they do nothing but smile. Your ladyship will best have some guard about you if they come, for sure you'll see they're tainted in their wits.
Who'll call them hither? I'm as bad as they, sad and married man in a equal way. Hello, Malvolio.
Sweet lady, ho ho!
Smilest thou? I sent for thee for a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad, but that does mean for some obstruction of blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me, as the very true son is, please one is all.
Why, how dost thou then? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, lady, though yellow in my legs. It comes to the hands of man shall be executed. I think you know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Huh?
some achieve greatness,
Sayest thou?
and some have greatness, the rest upon them. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
Thy yellow stocking,
and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered.
cross-gartered.
Go to, thou art made, thou desires to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman is returned. He intends to let us espresso.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? How should my people have a special care of them? I would not have them miscarry to the half of my dowry.
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends hymns that I may appear stubborn to him. For she incites me to this in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue take arguments of the state. Put thyself in the trick of singularity. And, consequently, she sets down the manner how. A sad face, a slow tongue, a reverent carriage, and the habits of some sorts of note, and so forth. But I've rhymed her, but Jove is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Hallelujah, sanctity!
Here they are, here they are. How's it with you then? How is it with you?
Go off, I discard you, let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within them. Did not I tell you, Sir Toby? My lady prays you to have a care of them.
Does she so?
Go to. Peace. We must deal with them gently. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What then defy the devil? Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Go hang yourselves all, you are idle shallow things that I've not of her element. You shall no more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
Their ingenious hath taken the infection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue them now, lest the device take air untamed.
Why, we shall make them mad indeed.
The house will be quieter.
Come, we'll have them in a dark room and bow. My niece is already in the belief that they are mad, so we shall carry it thus, for our pleasure and their penance, until our very pastime, tired and out of breath, prompt us to have mercy upon them, at which time we will bring the device to the bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see.
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the letter. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, it is, I warrant. Do but read.
Give me. You, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good, and valiant.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee highly. Thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceeding good sense, less.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep at the windy side of the law. Good.
Very well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, and so look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguchi. If this move him not, his legs will not. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady and will by and by depart.
Go! Scout him at the corner of the orchard like a bum babe! Away! Now, I will not deliver this letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding, and his employment between his lord and my niece confirms notice. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror. He will find it comes from a clod. However, I will deliver Andrew Aguchi's challenge by word of mouth, set upon him a notable report of valor that will send the youth into a most hideous fit of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity, and it will so fright them both that they will kill each other by the look, like cockatrices.
I have set too much into a heart of stone, and laid my honor too unchary on it. There's something in me that approves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is, that but not to approve.
The same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, and have no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me, that I'll deny, that honor saved me upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with my honor may I give him that which only given to you?
I will acquit you.
Come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee may bear my soul to hell.
Gentleman, God save thee.
And you, sir.
What defense thou hast, betake thee to him. Of what nature of offense thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard's end. So dismount thy talk, be yard my capricious, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear from any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any place, betake you to your guard, for your opposite heaven, what youth, wrath, and skill can furnish a man withal.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the night when my offense did miss. It's something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Stay by this gentleman to my return, Signor Fabian.
Pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know that that is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it.
Why, man, he's the very devil. I'd pass with him rapier, scabbard, and all. He gives me this stucco with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. He pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they walk upon.
Oh, plague on it! I thought he had been so cunning and valiant in fence, I'd have seen him damned or I'd have challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, Great Capulet.
Mary, I'll make the motion. Stand you here and make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have convinced him the youth's a devil and have his horse take up the quarrel.
He is as horribly conceited of him, and pants, and looks pale, as if a bear were at his heels.
There is no other way, sir. He will, for his oath's sake, fight me. But he has promised me, with much regard, that he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. The little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
If granted, you seem furious.
Come, Sir Andrew. There is no remedy. He will, for his honor's sake, have but one bout with you. He cannot by the dwell avoid it. But he has promised me, as he's a youth and as he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on to it.
Pray God we keep his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword, sir. If this youth hath done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir? What are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold! Here come the officers!
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put your sword up, if you please.
Marry, will I, sir? And for that I promised you, I'll be as good as my word. He will bury easily and reigns well.
He is the man. Apprehend him.
Antonio, I rescued a suit of counts. You do mistake me.
No, sir, no judge. I know your favor well. But now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. But there is no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do? Now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed. Be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have showed me here, and out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold, there's half my copper.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you cannot persuade him? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of my love, and to his image which we thought to promise most venerable worth did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But, oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty. Beauteous evil are empty trunks or flourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself, so do not I. Prove true, imagination, oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now taken for you.
Come hither, knight. Come hither, Fabian. Whisper over a couple or two of the most sage songs.
He named Sebastian. I my brother know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother, and he went, still in this fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest, paltry boy, and more coward than a hare. His dishonesty shows in leaving his friend here when he needs him. And for his cowardice, ask Fabian.
A coward. A most devout coward. Religious in it.
Oh, I'll after him again and beat him.
Do so. Cut him soundly, but never draw thy blade.
And I do not.
Come, let's see the event.
I'll not lay any money. It will be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe I am not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well, how that is faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else, thou knowest not me.
By my folly, he hath heard that word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. I prithee, unheard by no strangeness, and tell me what I shall bet to my lady. Shall I bet to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish man, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give you worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report after 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why, there's for thee, and there, and there, and there. Are all people mad?
Come, sir, hold, or I'll throw your dagger over the house. This I will tell my lady straight. I would not be some of your business.
Come, sir, hold! Nay, let him go. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have action of battery against him if there be any law in the area. Though I struck him first, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand!
Nay, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up thy eye. Thou art well fleshed.
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy blade.
What? What? Nay, I'm out to drink this melancholy blood from you.
Hold, Toad, on thy life I charge thee, hold! Will it ever thus, ungracious wench, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where men is ne'er retreat, out of my sight? Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudely be gone! I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion sway, in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy people. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath dodged up, that thou may but me smile at this. Do not deny, be sure the soul for me. Start with mine, indeed.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy steal my sense, and let they steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Come, I prithee, would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Here's my story, it's sad but true.
Fool!
It's about a girl that I once knew.
Fool!
She took my love and ran around.
Fool, I say!
With every single guy in town. Who calls, huh?
Good fool, help me to a candle and pen, ink and paper. As I have my good word, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
You are Malvolio.
Aye, good fool.
Alas then, how fell to besides your private ways?
Good fool, there's never been one so notoriously abused. I am as well at wits, fool, as thou art.
Quite as well. Then you are mad indeed if you are quite as well in thy wits as a fool.
They have your property me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to drive me out of my wits.
Alas, be patient. What say you then?
Good fool, help me to some lightness of paper, and I tell thee true, as well my wits any one in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, yes?
By this hand I am, good fool, some ink, paper, and light, and convey what I shall set out to my lady. It shall avenge me more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Why, nay, I will ne'er believe a mad one until I see their brains. I will help you to light and paper and date.
Good fool, I'll requite in the highest degree. I prithee, be gone.
This is the air, that is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it, and though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where is Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was, and there I found this credit that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel might now be of golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my senses that this may be some error, yet 'tis not madness. And yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eye, and wrangle with my reason to any other trust but that I am mad. Or else the lady's mad. Yet if 'twere so, she could not command her house, sway her followers, take and give affairs in their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Not this haste of mine, you mean well. Now go with me, and with this holy man, into the chantry by, and there, before him, and underneath the consecrated roof, pledge me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whilst your willing shall come to know, with which time we will our celebration keep, according to my birth. What you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine, they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now as thou lovest me, let me see their letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense, desire my dog again.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are at some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
It's just the contrary. It's better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. Therefore, conclusions to be as kisses. If your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then, sir, the worse for my friends and the better for my enemies.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no, so it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There is gold.
But that it would be double dealing, sir. I would you could make an enough.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, and for this once, let flesh and blood obey it.
I'd be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. Here's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio is a good play, and the old saying goes, the third pays for all. The triplet, sir, is a good tripping measure, or the bells of St. Bennet, sir, may put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
You will no more money out of me at this throw. If you will let your lady know I'm here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, and may await my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty until I come again. I go, sir, but I would not have you to think that my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. But as I say, let your bounty take an act. I will await it and all.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his, I do remember well, yet when I saw it last, it was smeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was he captain of, for shallow draught of bulk of prize gold, of which such scapeful grapple did make of the most noble bottom of our fleet, that very envy and tongue of loss spread fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
As he knows, he is that Antonio that took the things that were brought from Candy. In private rabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindly, sir, drew on my side, yet in conclusion put a strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas, but distraction.
Noble pirates, thou saltwater thief. What foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies when thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though on base and ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ungrateful boy there by your side from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. Or rag past hope he was. His life I gave to him, as did Barrow add my love without pretension or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset, whereupon, being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with him in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing, while one would wink denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, no interregnum, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Oh, here comes the Countess, now having walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. No more of that anon, take him aside.
What would my lord, but that you may not have, where Olivia may see serviceable? Cesario, did you not keep promise with me?
Madam, gracious Sylvia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak, my duty touches me.
But we ought to the old tune, my lord. It is fat and fulsome to mine ears howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, Lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul the faithfulest offerings have breathed out that ere devotion tender. What shall I do?
Even would it please, my Lord, that shall become him.
It's you to not regard and cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor. Live you, the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund apt and willingly to do you rest 1,000 deaths to die.
For your Cesario,
After him I love. More than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than ever I shall love wife. If I do feign, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting with my love.
I be detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does you wrong?
Hast thou forgotten thyself? Has it been so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my Lord? Cesario? Husband? Stay.
Husband.
I, husband. Do you not deny?
Your husband, sir.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, is the basis of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy property. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be as thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as thou fearest. O welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence, here to unfold the lately intended to keep in darkness, which now is revealed before 'tis right. What thou dost know hath really passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact, sealed in this function by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me toward my grave, I have traveled but 2 hours.
Thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a frizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
But do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby!
What's the matter?
Has broke my head across, and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too! For the love of God, your help! I would rather than 40 pound I were at home!
Who has done this, stranger?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario! We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate!
My gentleman, Cesario.
Odds likely, here he is! You broke my head for nothing! And that I did, I was not to do it by Sir Toby!
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair, hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you mean nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other bits than he did.
Now, gentlemen, how is it with you?
That's all one. He has hurt me, and that's the end on it. Sot, this thou see Dick Surgeon, Sot?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue and a passing measures paven. How I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
Oh, I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help me? An asshead, a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull?
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange guard upon me, and by that I do perceive I have offended you. I'm sorry, madam. The gods made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons, a natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio, good Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in 2 is not more twin than these 2 creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
parentage.
Of Mescaline, Sebastian was my father, such as Sebastian was my brother too. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but in that dimension grossly clad from the womb which I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek and say thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
And so did mine.
and died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
He finished indeed his mortal act the day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing lets to make us happy both but this, my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance, place, time, fortune do cohere and join. That Viola a version of me be. There is a captain in this town who did acquire me these weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady. You've been mistook, but nature to her bias doing that. You would have been contracted to a maid, nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed to both maid and man.
Be not amazed, for I noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true. I shall have shared in this most happy wrack. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in the soul as doth that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand. I care not whether sweet or woman's weeds.
To the captain that did bring me here ashore, I first owe a debt. He, upon some action, is now in durance at Malvolio's suits, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
You shall not then. Let Malvolio live. Alas, now remember me. They say, poor gentle soul, they're much distracted. A most distracting frenzy of mine own, for my remembrance clearly banished theirs. How do they then?
Truly, madam, they hold Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as any in their case may do. As here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a man one's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified, madam, when the fool delivers the mad one. By the Lord, madam!
Come now, art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness.
Prithee, read it in thy right wits.
So I do, madonna, but to read their right wits is to read thus. Therefore perpend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness, and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses, as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with which I doubt not but to do myself much right or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did they write this?
Aye, madam.
This savours not much of distraction.
See them delivered, Fabian. Bring them hither. So please you, my lord, these things further go on to think thee well as a sister, as a wife. And one day shall crown me allegiance on it, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I'm most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you. You prefer your service done him so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. And since you called me master for so long, here's my hint. You shall from this time be your master's mistress, or master to me. Your father's son and daughter both you be.
A sibling, he and she.
I am indeed.
This is the map one?
I'm a lord, this same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. Write from it if you can in hand or phrase or say 'tis not your seal, 'tis not your invention. You can none of this. Well, grant then, and tell me true, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear light as favor. They become smiling and cross-gartered to you, to wear yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the larger people. And, acting this in obedient hope, why you have suffered me to be imprisoned. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I admit much like the character. But out of question, 'tis Maria's hand. And now, I do bethink me, 'twas she first told me thou wast mad, forms presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee be content. This matter hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. When these are the grounds and the authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Most freely I confess. Myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against them. When we wrote the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, and regiments whereof he hath married her. How with the sportful malice it has followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge. If that the injuries be justly weighed, that hath on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. And thus, the whirligig of time brings in its revenge.
There'll be revenge on the pack of thee!
They have been most notoriously abused.
Pursue them and entreat them to a peace. They have not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, and golden time convents, solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Cesario, so you shall be while you are a man, but when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen. Our love was only true in fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me.